Life is full of moments. Some moments pass you by without notice. Some moments cause you to pause, marvel, and then continue on along your life path. And then there are those moments that change everything. Those magic moments that, when recognized, ignite the fiery zeal deep inside you and propel your life forever in a new direction, a better direction. Moments that transform and rewrite the rest of your story. Such was the experience of Javier Vicente and Marty Angel. Javier was a CPA, the CFO of a finance company, a tax strategist, a small business expert, and a former government auditor. And his wife Marty, a functional diagnostic nutritionist, yoga instructor, and a professor of nutritional science. Here is their story.
A few years ago, I came to Marty with an idea. I said, honey, we need to find a source of residual income. A business that allows your money to come to you, whether you work 15 hours a day or 1 hour a day. And just to sway her,
manipulate me.
I told her we could find one that had supplements and she could recommend them to her clients.
Actually, it worked. He had my attention. As a health professional, I was looking for products that I could really count on to help their clients feel their best. But I was skeptical. If I was going to recommend products in my office, they needed to come from a company that I could stake my reputation on. So my response to him was, why don't you find your own company and I'll find my own products? I was very clear what I wanted in a company.
And I was clear about what I wanted in a company. Here was my criteria. I wanted a sound, solid, stable company that had already proven itself. It had to be a viable company with strong financials. It would have to be a turnkey business. And I wanted the best compensation plan, one that could provide true leveraged income.
And I knew exactly what I was looking for. It had to be an industry that I could believe in. It had to have the best products in that industry. The products would have to have strong third-party recommendations. I wanted a consumable product, one that would retain customers. And I wanted a company with credibility, one that was not hiding anything, a public company preferably, and one that would allow me to visit the manufacturing plant and see the operations with my own eyes.
So we began our search. We each took our criteria and independently researched and scrutinized companies all over the United States. For the next 6 months, I looked at franchises and business opportunities across the country.
And I explored hundreds of products and ordered countless samples. I had a garage full, yet when I would ask them if I could come and visit the manufacturing facility, you'd be surprised at the excuses I got. Only one of them invited me to see where their product was manufactured.
So after almost half a year of due diligence, the day came for us to present our findings. I had found a company that met all of my criteria.
And I had found a company that met my criteria.
We are both very competitive, so we were ready to show each other the great company we had found and perhaps why it was better than the company the other had found.
At that time, we had home offices where our computer monitors were facing away from each other. So we sat down and pulled up the website of our company of choice, and at the same time, we turned the monitors to face each other, and without knowing it, we had chosen the same company. USANA Health Sciences.
We had both chosen the same company. Wow!
So we signed up in May of 2006, and we would like to say that the rest is history, but the truth is life got in the way and fear got the best of us. We started off very slowly, and for several years we prodded along, battling many challenges, including me falling ill with my second bout of cancer.
Marty was the main builder and wasn't sure how to do this. She felt like giving up many times, but she is not a quitter.
So in 2012, I knew something had to change. I didn't believe that I had what it took to build this business. And I thought I was too old.
But I didn't want to abandon our dream of success. So in August of that year, I attended international convention with only my daughter and my friend. It was right here that I found the spark I needed. Right here on this very stage where the cast of speakers ignited me. I could not get over the heart, the power, and the integrity that was shared on this stage. I was sitting out there, right there where you are, when something inside me clicked. I saw all those people walking across the stage, and I listened to so many heartfelt stories about the vision of Dr. Wentz. I saw how people cared, and I saw how we were treated, and I spoke to so many people that really cared about the vision. All of a sudden, I realized I could do this. I would find a way. So I looked at my daughter and my friend, and I said, next year, 2013, I want to be on this stage. My daughter looked at me and said, yes, Mom, you can do this. I went home immediately and announced to my husband, honey, I want to build this business, and I'm not going back to the classroom anymore. I asked him to join me, but he hesitated.
I think my own hesitation was in my own self-confidence. I believed in the company, but I wasn't sure how to make this work. It seemed to me that I would have to reallocate all my time. I was going to need to make more USANA time. So in January of 2013, I said to Marty, okay, I will join you in the only way I know how. I will run all the numbers for you and all your reports, and I will study the compensation plan and find a way for us to make it. Man, you would have thought I had just given her a diamond necklace.
Yes, I cried. I was so happy. I felt so validated. We became one. We were ignited, and we were united. We immediately invested in our own personal development, and we began to focus on our growth more than we had ever done before. I became we, and we were on fire.
I immediately began printing out reports and growth charts and analyzing every single number. We began to work with our beautiful team.
And in May of 2013, we went silver thanks to our team. Even as we juggled time between his full-time job, my part-time jobs, and other businesses. 2013, we had about 8 team members attend convention. And again, we were ignited. We looked at each other on the way home and we said, next year, we will be on that stage as gold directors. And just yesterday morning, after pushing through many challenges, fears, and setbacks, and with the help of our incredible team, Javier and I paraded across this stage as new gold directors.
Executives.
Our message to you is, this is the right industry. This is the right product. You are the right people. And success will be yours if you find a way to ignite the spark inside you and take action. There is no reason you cannot become the person you have always wanted to be. Trust us, it can be done.
The idea of taking control of one's own life resonated deeply with Alma Salcedo. She took USANA's message and used it to ignite her desire to let go of her past and change her future.
Antes que nada, quiero agradecer a Dios porque me permite estar aquí y por haberme permitido conocer este maravilloso proyecto. Definitivamente USANA ha significado para mi vida un cambio de 180 grados y no puedo estar más agradecida por haber tomado la decisión de emprender esta aventura. Mis primeros 2 años estuvieron enfocados en el consumo del producto USANA Y fue precisamente en ese tiempo que comencé a notar las bondades del producto, ya que yo era asmática y tenía también artritis reumatoide. Inclusive mis dedos empezaban a deformarse. Hoy gozo de gran salud, gracias a Usana. Pero eso no es todo. Soy licenciada en administración y madre de 3 hermosas hijas. Cuando mis hijas nacieron, tuve que dejar de trabajar. En ese entonces estaba casada. Mi esposo era una persona muy agresiva, violenta y machista. Mi autoestima estaba por los suelos, por toda esa violencia que estaba yo viviendo constantemente, violencia psicológica, verbal, inclusive física, ¿sí? Empecé a hacer el negocio Usana a escondidas, sin que él se diera cuenta, ya que él no me tenía permitido hacer ningún trabajo que me generara algún ingreso, lo tenía prohibido. Muchos dicen que hice el negocio en el baño, y literal así fue. Porque ahí era donde me ocultaba para contestar llamadas y hacer citas sin que él se diera cuenta. Llegó el día en el que él nos agredió con una pistola y fue cuando iniciamos el proceso de divorcio. Ese proceso duró 3 años. Él me bombardeó con 7 procesos legales y nunca más se volvió a ocupar de mis hijas y de mí. Fue muy difícil, pero gracias a Usana yo pude sacar adelante a mi familia. Hoy vivo de Usana. Y lo mejor es lo que he crecido como persona, de ser una mujer oprimida, con baja autoestima, incapaz de nada. Con Usana me he transformado, he cambiado mi mentalidad. Tengo deseos de superarme diariamente. Siento que valgo y siento que todo lo puedo. Hoy soy muy afortunada porque tengo un gran equipo con el cual estamos trabajando y creciendo juntos. Subí a líder director y me di un brinco a plata. Y voy por mucho más. Lo mejor de todo es que mis hijas me dicen que están orgullosas de mí, de la manera en la que yo me he superado y he crecido. Gracias, Susana, por transformar mi vida y la de mis 3 hijas. Y también la de mi nieto Mateo, que también ahora vive conmigo. Tengo un gran propósito en la vida. Y tengo que compartir este proyecto con mucha gente, porque así como transformó mi vida, puede transformar la de muchos, la de muchas personas. No me puedo quedar callada con esta joya que tengo en mis manos. Muchas gracias, Susana, por todo. Gracias.
Ronald Ellison Jr. feared he wasn't destined to lead a life of worth, but that didn't stop him from trying. After years of struggle, he found within himself the desire to pave his own path.
I grew up in a low-income household in San Francisco, California. I grew up as a stereotypical black male that you see on TV. Lived off of welfare, grew up in a single-parent home, was an athlete, and tried to sell illegal substances. I tried to be a thug. I would wear baggy pants, clothes, and just try to do anything to hide the fact that I was skinny. My waist was a 32, and I would wear a size 40 and 3X t-shirts. I would wear do-rags, earrings, chains, gold teeth. Okay, they weren't really gold teeth, but they were foil, and I couldn't really afford gold teeth. Growing up was hard because we didn't have much. Food was never in our house. I swear, it was like Survivor living in our house. We used to have to hide food just to eat. You would find food in the randomest places. Boxes of cereal in the wash machine, drinks under the couch. We would try to get real creative hiding it from each other. I remember going to the refrigerator and playing peekaboo with it, opening it and closing the door, thinking something magically was gonna appear. But starting when I was 8 years old, my mom would tell me all of our financial problems. Things like we were about to get evicted because we couldn't pay rent, or how we would have random blackouts because we couldn't pay our electricity. As the oldest, I felt I was forced to grow up and try to help out around the house. At the age of 12, I started selling newspapers, anything that I could do to try to make some money. I later learned that I couldn't really do that because the boss tried to keep one of my checks, so I quit. I tried selling Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I even gambled. I even played cards, dice, video games, you name it. But my success was based on odds that I cannot control. So why did I do these type of things to make money? Because employers didn't want to hire me because I lacked experience. It made no sense to me why they wouldn't hire me so I can gain experience. But I guess that's how it is now. I became lost and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I was good. I didn't know what I was good at, so I didn't particularly have any passion for anything. All I know is I wanted to help my mom out. She was stressed. She was stressed out. And at one point of frustration, she told me she wished she never had me. And as a child, that hurt me to the core. I felt I wasn't wanted. I always felt I was a burden. I felt I didn't belong anywhere. And I didn't fit in anywhere, and everything that I did was just a problem for everybody. I never felt I had any friends because they will always leave. They either moved away, they either was locked up, or they died. I felt cursed, like I was meant to live a miserable life. I didn't even feel safe in my own neighborhood growing up. I remember always hearing gunshots in the distance. I remember one day when I was walking to the candy house, you know, something a kid should be able to do. And I remember hearing a loud noise. Bang! A gust of wind flew by me. And I didn't know what to do. My body became paralyzed by fear, and I heard it again. Bang! And this time my body reacted, and I started to run fast. I was only 15 years old, and I was being shot at. At that moment, all I could think about was living. And I ran. I ran as fast as I could, and I eventually made it to safety. Growing up in those type of circumstances, they change you. It makes you less fearful of death. And I honestly didn't even see a future for myself. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life, but I didn't see myself living past 18. But something wonderful happened to me in May of 2010. A friend reached out to me and asked me to come support her business and come to a presentation. And that presentation happened to be a USANA presentation. I was interested, and that's when I got started because I had nothing to lose. It wasn't easy in the beginning. In fact, it was really hard. Only made about $200 a month, and most of that went to gas to get to and from trainings, presentations, and meetings. I didn't make anything for the first few years of building. A lot of people counted me out and said that I would never get promoted and written me off as a lost cause. Honestly, I started to believe them and thought many times of quitting. But if your goal is to help people, who are you helping by quitting? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. Champions are made from something deep within themselves, a desire, a dream, a vision. Champions have the skill in the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill. So if I wanted to give hope and inspire others one day, I had to find a way to ignite the fire within myself and keep moving forward, because that's how winning is done. I had been to USANA's international conventions. I heard the amazing success stories, and I knew if I could stick in it long enough, I could be successful too. I am not where I want to be yet, but I'm moving forward and getting closer every year. I have hope in my future now. Before, I didn't know if I would live past 18. It's a blessing to be here today, because statistically, me living in the neighborhood that I live in and being the age that I am, I should not be here today. Statistically, I should be locked up or dead. I believe my USANA family saved my life. When I was a kid, I didn't see myself ever leaving the place I was confined in because that neighborhood had problems with every other neighborhood. And if I left that area, I could have been killed. It was that bad. But today with USANA, my life is so much different. I have been to a Diamond University where I was able to see the long-term success and vision of success from others. I had hope for my future. I was able to go on a USANA cruise where every day I got to wake up in a new country. Not a city, not a state, but a country. And that's exciting to say, because not a lot of people can say that. I won an all-expense-paid trip to Sanaviv for donations to the True Health Foundation through the raffle that was given in 2012 International Convention. I get to travel every year to Utah and celebrate my birthday with everybody here. And my birthday was August 25th. And now when people ask me how I celebrate, I tell them I get to party with thousands of people from 19 different countries. And that sounds pretty awesome to me. I now have a voice. I have the opportunity to represent USANA and share the vision with each person I meet. I get to use my voice now and tell other people the USANA way of life. I am not a top producer in USANA yet, but USANA has rewarded me in so many ways over the last 4 years. I can't even begin to express the changes that has happened in my life. I'm happier than I ever was before. My family even says they see me smile now, where before I didn't. I have a direction and purpose now, and I have a way to give back to others. Most importantly, I have found a way to improve the lives of my family. I work hard, and I can work hard and say someday poverty ends with me. And that's exciting to think about. To know I have the power and the difference in my life to help the lives of the people around me, my once inner flame that has been reignited, and I'm ready to go out and make a change in the world. Thank you. Thank you, USANA. And a special thanks to my teammates and the entire USANA family. And a special thanks to Next.
Igniting the flames within is not a simple task. The first step comes from believing in yourself. As a child, Ice Chai wasn't sure where life would take her. but she always believed that she had the ability to write her own story.
我出生在一个非常贫穷的家庭，我非常羡慕我的同学，羡慕他们可以去上音乐班学钢琴，去逛街吃东西，去参加派对。读书时期，我就去过菜市场卖菜，到过餐厅当服务员来帮补家计。我小时候的经历，让我学会了穷就要去努力打拼，改变生活。在我19岁时，我就离开了马来西亚，到日本去跳飞机工作长达5年，每个月都会把辛苦赚到的钱寄回家。还记得当时在日本，人生地不熟，语言又不通，只能比手画脚的，还有被同事欺负。我知道打工一辈子是不可能成功的。回国后，我就和丈夫一起开了一间餐厅。我24岁就当老板娘了，开始了全新的生活，还生下了一对可爱的双胞胎女儿，大女儿宝宝及小女儿贝贝。我答应过他们，我一定要让他们有个开心的童年和美满的人生。最重要的是，他们绝对不用在放学后去菜市场卖菜的。餐厅生意虽然赚到钱，但是我们却失去了自由。每天从早上10点忙到晚上10点，回家了还要亲力亲为准备明天的东西。这样的生活日复一日，甚至包括每一个周末。在店里，我还要处理顾客们的投诉，还要忍受工人的气。还记得有一次，突然来了一通电话，我的母亲致电告诉我，宝宝和贝贝2个人都发高烧，超过40度。那时候的我很想马上飞回家带他们去诊所，但是当时我在掌管店面，如果我走开了，就没有人可以代替我。虽然宝贝过后还是有去给医生治疗，但是我觉得我亏欠了他们，觉得很无奈，很痛心。我真的很不开心，因为当他们最需要我的时候，我给不到他们最及时的关怀和爱心。当宝贝1岁的时候，有莎娜就开始走进了我的生命。我没有很多朋友，也对直销这个行业不熟悉，但是我身在够勤快，也付出了很多心血。全职了2年后，我就成为了公司的红宝石董事，每个星期都拥有这个可观和循环的收入。现在的我又回到了亲戚朋友的交流圈子，我可以出席他们的饭局、生日派对及婚宴。现在的我不再需要用以下的对白和语气来拒绝他们的邀请了。其实我很想去的，但是对不起，我没时间去。令我最开心的是，有莎娜令我体会到真正的时间自由。现在的我有时间陪伴我的孩子成长，而我也知道，我将会陪伴他们走过每一个重要的人生里程碑。我印象最深刻的是，在他们4岁的时候，发生了一件事。那一天，我去学校接他们时，老师告诉我，宝贝2人都发高烧，原来是染上了手足口蹄症。各位朋友，以前的我想抽出1个小时来带他们去诊所，我都没时间。 但是这一次，我可以很骄傲地告诉大家，我可以连续5天，每天24小时的陪伴在他们身边，照顾着他们，看着他们逐渐的康复。像这次的经历，我以前是绝对办不到的。更重要的是，有刹那可以令到我实现我对女儿的承诺。3个月前，我带着宝宝去报名参加了钢琴班，而贝贝也参加了小提琴班，他们都感到无比的兴奋。贝贝还对着我说：“妈咪，我最喜欢就是你。”很多次，我总会忍不住依靠在音乐室的玻璃窗外，偷看他们上课。我看着音乐老师捉着宝宝的小手，反复的在琴键上练习。我一面走开，一面会笑了出来。我知道，因为有刹那，我的宝贝一定会过上很好的生活。我做到了。我也希望在座的各位可以和我一样，人生从此走向美好的未来。还有一件事情，在他们的人生当中绝对不会发生的，也就是他们绝对不用在放学后去菜市场卖菜的。Dear Yusana family, I would like to end my story in English. I'm very proud of my daughters, and I'm also very proud of myself. Before Yusana, I never had the experience of speaking in front of people. I used to get a big stomachache when it was my turn to go on stage, a really big one. Today, it's very important to me because I can stand here in front of you from all over the world and to speak in English. And only have a little stomachache. Thank you, Yusana, for giving me the life of my dream and making me the person that I am. I love you all.